There are a ton of new AI tools out there for us in learning development and instructional design. It is a great time to be in this field. And if we do not have a process in place to select artificial intelligence tools, then it's very likely that we could get hit with SOS, shiny object syndrome. We don't want to do that. So we want to have a process in place. I'm going to share with you the process that I put in place as we look at different AI tools and selecting and make sure that it's really a methodical and step through process, and then you will have some great success with those tools. And it is super important to know that step number one is to really know deep down in your soul that AI is not the goal. And that's what our Rebus puzzle here says. AI is not the goal. We want to step back, take a step back from all the cool tools and really begin implementing our process. So without further ado, let's jump in and look at the overall process. And here is the process in a nutshell. First, have a goal. Make sure it's a goal that people care about. So, step number two is define a metric to measure what you're going to utilize the artificial intelligence tool for, and make sure people care about that as well. Step three is define the behavior that you're trying to modify in order to move that metric and make a difference on that goal. And then fourth, select the AI tool. When you utilize a process such as this, you're going to have a laser focus on the business process as well. So you're going to be making a larger difference within your organization. Remember that the first step is to clearly define a goal, the goal for the use of the artificial intelligence tools, because these tools cost money. So we want to be able to define that we're having a positive effect. So the goal should be more than just something small where we see in learning and development, but it should be an organizational goal or a larger team goal as well that actually moves the needle on something that would be effective for the company. So once we've clearly articulated and defined the goal, we then want to create or connect to, I prefer connecting to a metric that already exists that shows the impact that the tool's having. So the first part, have a goal. The second one, connect to a metric that shows the impact that the artificial intelligence tool that you selected is having on your team and organization. So the third step is behavior. So the first was goal, second was a metric. So what behaviors within our team are we going to be able to affect with this tool that's going to have an effect on the metric, and the metric is that we're hitting, and thus having an effect on the overall goal that we've defined up front. So what behaviors, we need to define those specific behaviors that this will help us modify, adjust, change, whatever that may be. Now that we've clearly defined the goal, the metric, and the behaviors, now it's time to actually begin looking for the tool. So what type of AI tool are you going to need? So we've seen a lot of work in the GPT area, the generative pre-trained transformers, a lot of video, a lot of graphics. What do we want to use the AI for? And how do we know that? Because we're going to be affecting behaviors, which are attached to metrics, which is attached to a larger organizational goal. So it all lines up, and now you can make a very smart decision with which tool you're going to select. Measure and iterate. This was not in our process, so consider this bonus material. So once you've gone through the 4-step process to select your AI tool, you're going to implement. And then as you do, you're already set up to measure it and see how it's affecting the metric. So measure it. And if you're not having the results that you want, iterate, 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 because that's what these tools are really good at helping us do. We implement, adjust, 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 and see if we're having an effect on that overall metric.